Me for your May 2021 reading. This will be for the first couple of weeks of May or whenever you're vibing with this reading. You know how energy and tarot works, hopefully. All right, Cappies, let's do it. We're reading for our Capricorns. Futility. Okay, Capricorns. It looks like somebody's tried to come up with you with some nonsense or drama, and they're not going to be successful in whatever they've done or trying to do. Whether this is someone trying to slander you publicly in some form of writing, attack you in any way, shape, or form. It could be multiple people and multiple energies, but it is not going to be successful. You will come out on top in whatever the situation is that is trying to bother you or cause conflict. You have the high ground in this situation, Capricorn. So this looks like a fantastic situation for you to just continue to stand your ground, whatever you're dealing with in your particular circumstance, because it looks like the universe says you're on the side of righteousness, you're on the side of integrity, and you're walking with light beings, and they're going to help you with this. So just keep pushing forward. Yeah. Okay. So some of you Capricorns are coming up against potentially institutions or organizations and things of that nature. Could be slowing down your progress. You could have a lot of paperwork you're doing right now to progress something along, whether that's you moving, but getting a mortgage, getting a loan, opening a business, paying taxes during this time. You're just dealing with potentially some bureaucracy, some paperwork, some slowdowns that really don't have much to do with you. Uh, More to do with organizations and situations like that. But I see you standing your ground and you're going to continue to proceed forward. Doesn't look like a time where my Capricorns are willing to take crap from anybody. And I think it would be very unsuccessful for anybody to try to bring any drama your way during this time frame, because you're going to be very adamant about taking the right steps. You're going to be very passionate about the choices and steps that you make, very deliberate. When using your intuition and your higher self when you make these choices, very logical in these next steps for my Capricorn. So we see you putting a lot of emphasis on standing up for yourself and standing up for what's right. For some of you Capricorns, this is in a love situation. You could be going through a separation or a divorce, or trying to get some sort of a legal documentation so that you can do things like move in together or migrate to different countries or different states of that nature. But we see this involving a soulmate or potentially a spouse of yours, or a spouse, a couple around you. This potential situation could be involving another couple that is around you personally, for my Capricorns out there. But we do this see this being a significant choice in a love life. And if you happen to have competition in your love life, it doesn't look like the other person is going to be successful. This looks like a successful new start or a successful uh, situation in your love life. Also, whatever choice you're going to be making with this loving situation, whether you're going to be moving into a committed situation or not, it looks like whatever choice you make, it's a destined choice. It's a big decision. It's going to create a big cycle. It's going to begin and end a big cycle for you romantically. And again, this could be involving a soulmate or soulmates around you, but something paperwork, legalities could be slowing things down. Beautiful. We see you. You're going to be very diligent about whatever this is. You're going to be very diligent about this. You're going to make sure that every step of the way that you've been very meticulous. If it's paperwork you need to fill out, if you need to provide documentations and things of that nature, you're going to be very diligent about this situation that you're in. And we also see this card as you've been heavily focused on work during this time, Capricorn, and seeing that you might potentially be dating somebody at your work or have a crush on somebody at your workplace during this time, and just trying to put yourself out there and see if that person could potentially be interested in you. And the person you are interested in could also be an earth sign, but we also see, we have just about everything here. So it'll really apply for your case in particular, because we do have air and fire and such here as well. So, you know, but this is starting out some really, really great energy for you. You can't be mad at this energy. And then, you got the Lovers card here, which is kind of like that Gemini's energy. So, again, you do have a representation of every sign here, but the Gemini is standing out as a major arcana And next would probably be that earth sign energy, just so you're aware for my Capricorns out there. But choices in love, potentially with a Capricorn or a Gemini, somebody within an earth energy or water energy, potentially having a crush on you at work or you them, or in some sort of a scenario where you see this person frequently. Potentially wanting to go out on a date. You might have competition around this person for you singles out there, but it looks like you're going to come out on top with the competition. So this is a beautiful reading so far. It looks like you're going to have some things to celebrate and enjoy during this time frame for my Capricorns out there. Looks like a lot of this hard work, working towards this love or this loving situation, this romantic situation. These romantic choices are going to pay off. And again, it looks like whatever competition or interference, these minor little swords there coming up against you, there's going to be futile. It's pointless for them to even try to slow you down at this point, Capricorn, because you're going to be successful in your romantic endeavors. You're going to be successful in these things that are passionate for you. And again, you've just been so meticulous about it. You're to the point of being a gourmet chef. That's like, you're not a sous chef. You're not just chopping vegetables. You're running this kitchen at this point. You're running things at this point. You're in this very grounded energy, very short energy. It took you time to get there, but you're there. It may be the slowest moving of the disc, but it's the most stable. It's the most long lasting. So it looks like these things that you've gone through over time in love and life and dealing with bureaucracies and different scenarios and such, it's going to pay off for you Capricorns out there, because you're going to be able to celebrate. And this deck, this card has nothing to do with a third party situation at all. This is all about rewards and recognition on a universal, on a grand scale, from your gods or goddesses and whomever you believe in and pray to, your ancestors and such, rewarding you and celebrating you, and you being able to celebrate right here on this earth plane the efforts of your hard work, surviving these ups and downs and these roadblocks that you could have come up against, and these people creating challenges or these challenging energies mass into a point of celebration. So let's see if there's anything else we need to know, or if there's anything else we need to work on during this time frame for my Capricorns. But this is looking like a really good reading for you. It looks like you're going to have a choice to make in love, or something with something that you love. And you're going to have reason to celebrate. It's beautiful. You're going to have reason to celebrate, Capricorn. Something you are doing, something you have done is very successful. I have 2 sevens here, just to point that out to you. But yes, check, you might be seeing that a lot during this time. So go ahead and check into your numerology as well for your Capricorns. But yeah, we see you being very successful in this being a victorious time for you after mastering yourself, mastering your emotions, and making choices, standing up to some negative energies, some negative people. You're going to have some things to celebrate coming up during this month, where you're going to be planning celebrations during this time for my Capricorns. This looks like a very beneficial time for you to start this new cycle after these choices. It's just going to be very beneficial. You've now reached master level in whatever aspect this is in your life, and there is room and reason to celebrate. Pat yourself on the back for surviving, Capricorn. Pat yourself on the back for moving forward despite the obstacles, despite the challenges, and despite being pushed back 10 steps when you've only gone forward 1. You kept going, and it's paying off. Harmony, beautiful. That's kind of like balance coming in. And again, this comes right over your lover. So yeah, you got a choice to make in love, or with something love related, and it's going to be significant and serious in your life. Many of you guys have some heart chakra work and heart chakra activation happening. Many of you are with a soulmate, or will be moving into a relationship with a soulmate, potentially twin flame, but I'm more focused on soulmates. So they're more prevalent in our society. There's far more of them for you. But yeah, this is beautiful, beautiful energy, Capricorn. Whatever you've been working on is going to be very, very successful. You all have your own individual lives. You know what your main focuses have been over the past few months, few years, few weeks, few days. So it looks like the universe is blessing you for sticking it out, standing your ground, mastering yourself, mastering your skills, mastering your talents. You're going to have a love choice coming up, potentially with a Gemini, so keep that in mind. You might have a love offer coming in potentially from a Gemini for some of you singles out there. So keep that in mind, Capricorn. So let's go into your love energy and your romantic energy and see if there's anything you need to know, anything you need to heal, things of that nature in your love life, your romantic life for my Geminis for May 2021. First 2 weeks. Codependency. Okay, so it looks like some of you Capricorns are moving on from situations where you may have been addicted to someone, something, some scenario, or vice versa. This person, this scenario, these energies addicted to you. But it looks like you're moving on. You're realizing that you hold dominion over your life and that you some conclusions about people who are just basically energy vampires and taking your kindness for weakness, and these people aren't going to be able to move forward. And I think that some of you guys are going to be making choices about some loved ones and some love situations during this time frame, and really analyzing the people that are there for you and who are not, who really adding joy to your life like you add joy to theirs, and who's just there to take from you. You're going to be making some changes. These people can't come forward to with you to rejoice in celebration for your new triumphant, harmonious new cycle. So it looks like a lot of you guys have made some serious love decisions. Are going to be making some serious love related, romantic related decisions. You're going to be cutting off some codependent energy. You're going to be making some changes in yourself as well. For some of you, you'll be making changes in your diet and things that you feel dependent to. And you're going to be incorporating things more like more water, more fruits, more alkaline water, vegetables, and things of that nature, and cutting out codependencies to things like alcohol, reducing the intake of things like that, smoking, and other things of that nature that you may deem yourself as codependent to, cutting back on video games, whatever it could be, in your own personal circumstances. So many of you are going to be having a heart-to-heart conversation with soulmates. You're going to be having lots of conversations coming in with family and friends, communication with family and friends coming in, and loved ones. And some of you all will see people come back from your past that want to reconnect with you during this time frame for my Capricorns. That's totally going to be up to you. If this person was toxic, I am never going to advise you to even invite back a abusive person who abused you mentally, physically, or spiritually. But that is up to you. And it looks like a lot of you guys are going to be having some deep conversations with some soulmates during this time, whether those are family, friends, or loving partner or potential loving partner during this time, because you have some deep new cycles about to start, some romantic new cycles wanting to start, closing out some old ones. So you're just going to want to make sure that, you're speaking with integrity, that you're also listening with open ears and open mind and open heart. But we do see balance in your love life trying to come in, balance romantically, wanting to come into your life for singles and couples. So for some of my Capricorns, you're having some issues. Again, this codependency and control issues card is very similar. It looks like some of you guys are going to be having some talk with some soulmates, loved ones, or spouses about feelings and control and being able to control one another and control yourself, and how, successful relationships are built on controlling yourself and your actions, and not trying to control someone else or manipulate someone else and what they do and their actions, because that's just going to lead to additional problems. It's being able to speak about the things that you're in conflict about, not try to control the conflict, that allows things to flow naturally as they're supposed to, and allows our lessons to be a lot easier and our love to flow a little smoother. So during this time frame, for my Capricorns out there, make sure that you're open to releasing control of others, and just how the situation plays out in your love life, or this particular situation, with the universe just bring in what's going to be best for everybody in the situation. And for those of you who are being controlled from somebody, this is the universe saying you really need to have a talk about setting yourself free from this person or this situation. It's going to be massively important in your growth moving forward. Okay, Capricorns? We just got this card for another sign, so make sure that you are checking out your moon and your rising as well. Okay, so we have the gates of heaven from Kuan Yin to wrap up this beautiful, beautiful reading for you. All beings have an ultimate spiritual destiny of happiness and freedom. Yet some can become frightened of divine love and believe they will do better to hide from it instead of moving towards it. Sometimes we need help We need to help beings find their way to the light by holding peace and unconditional love in our hearts as we pray for the good that all creatures deserve. So let this abundance come in. Let this harmony and these successful new beginnings, these triumphs come in. You have new cycles that want to begin, and we see that you have choices to make with the Lover's card that's come out. We have people that are attached to your energy or you attached to theirs, Capricorn. So you're going to want to do some energy clearing, some cord cutting, some spiritual baths and things of that nature to kind of anchor in this positivity and these triumphant new cycles that are coming in after these headaches and these ups and downs, these negative energies that try to give you some trouble. But we see some positivity coming in. We see it being, useless for people to even try to bother you at this time. So we see these new things starting and the universe blessing these new beginnings for you Capricorns out there. So make sure you do your part and you anchor in this great energy and you cut loose of anybody trying to hold you back. And if you're trying to hold somebody back or stay attached to somebody and that's not what's meant to be, let it go so this prosperity can come in. Don't forget to check your numerology and be on the lookout for sevens in particular during. Thanks so much, Capricorns. I appreciate you coming and sharing some good energy with me and get mine. Make sure you leave a question or comment below if you have one. Please subscribe and please, by all means, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it.